Hello, how are you guys? I am late. What different? How different is that, right? And if you're watching, you have no idea if you're watching on a recording. So there we go. Not even going to talk about it. I still have all the mess though. So I have my brother and sister-in-law are here this weekend, and we were chatting. And I think she thinks that I never stop talking. I think a handful of you guys know that I have no problem doing lives because I just like to talk anyways. I think she's probably listening to me laughing right now. I just ran into a couple friends when we were over at supper, and I was like, oh, and I think I said to the one lady, I can't remember what that person said. Oh, I think I asked the person's name twice. And I was like, I'm sorry, you probably told me, but I really wasn't listening. I was too busy talking, I said. Anyways, okay, so my name's Lori LaRose. I have Active Stamping here. I am on Facebook here. I also have a YouTube channel. And actually, I think the YouTube channel is really cool because, of course, you can forward and all that kind of stuff. But I also have, as I've transferred them over, I have given hashtags to them and little descriptions, and the thumbprint is the picture of the card itself, right? So I think that's kind of fun. So if you like the thumbprint, then of course you'd watch the how did she get to that. My videos themselves though are actually, I don't really know what I'm doing until I get going with it. So that is a whole other game. Anyways, I have Wednesday night's card here. We have a group that meets every Wednesday night on Zoom, and we make a cool card. And when I put it down, you're going to get a little sneak peek at it, so that'll be kind of fun. It is cocktails and cards in the summertime though, so I'm not sure what you'll be drinking. I already had a little margarita, so perhaps I will abstain right now. And I have no idea what I want to make. The other day I made this little card. Kind of cute. So I often mix new and old as well. And so this is the dahlias. No, zinnias rather. And I was thinking the other day, because I have dahlias in my garden right now, and I was like, kind of what is the difference? I need to actually do dahlias versus zinnias. What's the difference? Because the color combinations I think are even the same. But we had zinnias at one point. I don't do we have dahlias? I feel like right now we have dahlias in our card making. I don't. All right, I am going to try and decide what I want to make. Because it's cocktails and cards, I've been doing a lot of cocktail ones. I'm going to pop you down. You can see what this card looks like. It's kind of cute. Hello, Sharon. How are you, hon? I'm going to take a peek for you for that little thing. I think I have it somewhere still. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Down to the cards. Look at this cute little card. Excuse me. I've had a funny little frog in my throat for the last couple days. It makes me sad. All right, there we go. Zoom this in. Woohoo! So I'm loving this. Is looks like a not razzleberry, berry burst, but it is actually petunia pop. Oh, I think I did this comparison once. This is petunia pop, and this is berry burst. But yeah, it's kind of a fun, I like it. And this is this fun paper. Oh, thanks. And then I put on some flamingo here because it wasn't going enough with this. I did, even though this can be baby bath, I think this might be the new strawberry slush, but such a soft version of it. So I don't know. But this little guy, they said that it wasn't available right now, but that's sort of sad. But I like this set. And it's the weekend. Let's pull out the weekend adventures and see what we can make with this one. It's here in my card making stash. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So I kind of, well, I am laughing, so hopefully that's okay with you. But I'm cleaning my mom's place up, and I'm blessing her. Like, I'm so thankful multiple times. She did a really nice job of tidying up her place. And then I come back to my house and I think, oh, my kids are going to have a heck of a time cleaning my place. So I was inspired, and I posted on the other day, I've got a whole bunch of sundae cups, like a peanut butter parfait cups, maybe they might have been, but ice cream sundae cups. And I posted those, like, who would like these instead of me? Somebody with littles right now, because it's fun to make cards. It's fun to make cards. Listen to me. It is fun to make cards. It's fun to make sundaes with them and serve them up like that. And so I was like, somebody else needs to have these for quite a while, and I would get them again down the road. All right, I am going to kind of do this guy. So Weekend Adventures is a new one. Stampin' Up! Has a whole nother little line, I guess, another path of quite a bit of memory keeping items. So this one's a little bit shocking. If you see this, this is not too crazy different. But watch this when I do this with the adventure starts here. Oh, I can't do it. If I but had that on a stamp somewhere, it would be great. It's shocking to me. It's 85%. And this, when you open it up, it actually doesn't even fit on the card, generally speaking. Okay, I got to do a little bit of tidying for sure. And a little tiny bit of organizing, because what I would love to do right now as I'm talking is pull up the 3 cards that I've made with Adventure Starts here this way, basically. Do you know what I mean? And that would be kind of nice to show you. But anyways, okay. But I like this set. Where I was really going with that on that is that the things are large for a scrapbook page, but also the words are to do with more like memory keeping, but they're applicable to some of this as well. So that's why I think it's kind of fun. So I did a fun card with this one, and I did 3 different ones. We're going to and I cut them out, and I never did post the finale of that one, and I really should. Okay, I got to grab my black ink pad. Oh, not yet. I think still the 21st. I was going to say, did anybody have any luck yet buying this little guy? So I don't know if you can see. I feel like I have, which is very unusual. I have some sort of little hair on this. Or maybe it's not. No, it is. What is that? Just a second. It does not want to pick up, but it is moving, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, maybe I got it. I didn't though. That's weird, you guys. I feel like it'll do a line on my stamp. I'm not usually this particular. I was actually thinking, oh my gosh. Come on. I'm feeling like I'm a little OCD, and I'm not. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. I can't even show you. You'll never see it. I wasn't overly worried. I'm not overly fussy about my stamp sets, honestly. But as you're stamping, I felt like then you would have a line, and you would look at it and be like, "Why? How did that happen?" And that wouldn't be good. So now I'm going to stamp here, and I'm going to cut this one out. So I'll stamp down low. I'm going to color this guy, and I love this. I'm going to color this navy, like a misty moonlight, I think. When you guys are making cards, where do you start from? I asked this the other day, and I got a couple of answers. I'm always kind of curious. I think maybe for lots of people, the very first thing is, are you making it for somebody? Well, then that's a starting point for sure. And then it goes from there. Balmy blue. It says, I want misty moonlight. Light misty moonlight and dark misty moonlight. I haven't used these for a while. In this case, I'm going to start with this color, and then I'm going to have to pull in colors that are going to work with Misty Moonlight. So that'll be a little bit interesting as well, hey? All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of shadow here and here. So cocktails and cards. Some of the girls play games. And a couple other people just say, oh, I do it quite often. Any given day I can do it with you, Lori. But anytime I'm losing something, you're able to have a drink. So that's kind of fun. So I booked my ticket to Quebec City in August. Woohoo! So I'm looking forward to that. If you've been watching me, and you're probably like, like a real ticket, Lori, or your pretend ticket? I have been traveling the world right now with my crafting friends, and we've been to a couple different places, and we're doing it in destination inspired. So I'm using the fat side because I found that I was getting way too many lines. My doing it this way is going to give me a far smoother look, and I kind of purposely was hoping for some shadowing there, so I kind of liking that. Woohoo! Super smooth. I do love blends. I was talking to somebody the other day. We used to have, watercolor crayons, I guess is really actually what they were. Okay, so now I feel like there needs to be a little bit extra emphasis here. And I think the black line will help me. Yeah, maybe that works. Oh, now that's interesting. So I've got a really nice shading right there. Oopsie, sorry. Focus. Really nice shading there. But because I never went over that at all, it didn't eat, as I say, and make a blend at all of what I actually colored. Now I'm going to have to do it again, which makes me sort of sad because it was so smooth. But I said the blends just were easy. Like these are just so lovely. Jeez, I don't know if it's going to eat. I need it to blend, but it will. Look how dark it went. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to get a little, what am I going to get here? Oh, I thought that was a circle. I have a circle here, but it's not the right. Hold on one second, guys. I need to have a little background. I think I'm going to do it 3 3/4. 3 3/4. 3 3/4 is just half by, by 5, I think it is then. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5. Maybe I need it to be tinier than that. I think I do. Yes, I do. Sorry, I'm going to cut it again. Hang on a second. I'm going to do it 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, that's going to be a better size. And I'm going to bring in. So I'm wondering if my internet did something weird. Everybody fell off. And now, hi Sheila. I thought you all fell off and then there you are back again. So I'm wondering if my internet is actually monkeying around and go from there. So I thought I would bring in these little flowers. Where I used these flowers once, and again, I'd love to be able to show you this. Cute little set that, okay. I can't even, you guys can have a drink if you want because I don't even have the stamps to play with, for goodness sakes. We might pull in a totally different set of flowers. Hang on. Don't chug a lug while you're waiting for me to find it though. That could end up pretty disastrous. I always suggest that you should drink with care. My husband's name's Carrie, so it's always fun to drink with care. No, I'm just teasing you. All right, I might... okay, this is the line. Oh no, that's Jungle Pals. Okay, lying about that. Hold on. I'm trying to find you 2 things at the same time here. And I'm not finding anything. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, sorry, you guys. Rats. Making sure what are these? No. Oh dear. Oh no. It's no wonder you fall off. Like, why will you watch when I'm not even here? Hello again. Anyways, oh, rats. So I'm looking for these guys. At the same time, I was looking for the lines that I did a really cool thing with these. And I'm hoping I want to put these inside the cup, basically. But if I don't have them, so then while I was over there, I was like, okay, but I could do something different. But, okay, can I do this? Where did that little roses go? These I feel are too big. Yes, too big. Come on, Stamp. Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Back Joe? Okay, I'll cut this while I'm looking like a frantic person. I might need to just showcase some of the cards I've made recently. Okay, because I'm going to have these guys that go down here, I'm going to go a little bit close here. And I might actually cut that and have the flowers. No, I'm not going to. No, I won't. I'm not cutting out the flowers. I'm hoping to just stamp the flowers and then lay this on top. I'll be able to sort of show it with these actually. And because it's going to be on white, I probably don't even need to cut out my handle because sometimes I cut out my handle. So, for instance, these are a little bit big, but basically I want to do something like that. Do you know what I mean? Won't that look cute? But see, this is where I feel like I need to cut out the back side. So I'll work with that in a second. But like all of these guys they're too big for this little cup. Oh dear, dear. I really need to tidy up so that I can make a good video. So sad. So what are you guys up to for the weekend? What are you going to do for the weekend? You know, I was busy cutting and I really couldn't look around at the same time because that could have ended in a disaster. Either my fingers or more. I have quite a few sets that are not put away, but that also don't work with it. Why is this one maybe going to work? Oh, you know what? I think I'll be able to make this work. So from Garden Meadow, an oldie from Muskokie. Oh, and actually, this could work out really, really good. Oh, really. The flowers from here. I'll do these guys. Okay, I'm going to pull these guys out. And these little guys. And know that I'm adapting on the fly, because if I had my set together, I'd be okay. Sorry about that, you people. Okay, so now I am going to things to do and places to see. Doesn't even make sense with this cup. Love this place. Oh man, I totally need this set. Sometimes I'd like to just cry. Oh, yay, look what I found. Hoorah, stop drinking. Look how big this is. Where did the set go? Look at how big that adventure. What? Look how giant it is. So on a card, it totally will fit sideways, basically, because this is so small compared to a card. But it takes up a lot of space. It does not fit across the other way. Where's a card here? Oh, I'm just about lying. It almost fits that way, but it's pretty strong. Anyways, I'm going to put Love This Place is what I'd like. And then these flowers are bigger than you think, kind of too, but so is the cup, so we're okay. So it's going to work. Okay, I'm going to stamp these flowers. Whew, saved. The whole thing is saved. This is when I go to post this, I always think, oh, it'd be so awesome if I could just cut out all that shenanigans. I don't even mind all the talking that I do. You might, but I don't actually even mind that. It's when I lose stuff and I'm literally like dead space. I also laugh sometimes when I'm reading comments and I'm listening to myself while I'm reading the comments. And if I'm coloring, all of a sudden it'll be like this total quietness and I'll be like, okay. Why I was partly trying to decide was if I'm doing the words, where am I doing all of this? So I think I'm going to do this up high and go from there. So I'm kind of lining this up. I have the glass mat, which is nice to stamp on. With the clear, you're supposed to actually stamp on a sheet, but because it's outlines, I'm not as fussed. But I can kind of line up my stuff and know which way I'm going. So I'm going to stamp that like that. Excuse me. And then I kind of would like to have them going in there. So I think I'm going to cut this out. I'm trying to think if I slice this, would that work? Don't do this at home, it's dangerous. But I'm going to poke a hole in here, hopefully. Please, there we go. I'm going to cut this. Not sure that this is going to work, but we're going to give it a little try. And it'll be either amazing, or you'll be like, what are you thinking, Lori? I have some amazing hacks. I waste a lot of paper for you guys so that you can follow through with what I'm doing. Now I'm going to cut this because I might just cut it period. I'm going to cut it along the little rim. I'm going to leave it attached. Because what I want to do is slide this in here like that. I think that's going to be amazing. Okay, that being said, right here, I need to... don't actually think I need to do anything. I think, hang on. Try it one more time. I just was wondering if I needed to have not the white showing, but I think it's okay. I'm going to just cut this so that I can't see the white. I could change it to green as well. I think this is going to be a problem that I'm cutting this away. So I'll stop. Stop, insanity. Okay, now I'm going to color that. So now I don't need these sets, these guys. And you're thinking, Lori, put them away. Yeah, I will. Just for my people. Hi, Donna. How you doing, hon? I don't know where the rest of it went, but there it is. Those two are in there now. Yikes. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Okay, coloring this. I'm going to put a little bit of, Flirty Flamingo will be nice. I'll make this guy Flirty Flamingo. Oh, that's another one there. And then I'm going to Granny Apple Green. I had to change the lighting. It was in my eyeballs like crazy. So what was I talking about? Cleaning my mom's stuff. Oh, that I then was throwing some of my stuff away. I was like, why was I telling you that? There had to have been a bit of a story. I don't just randomly tell you stuff. All right, and that there. Okay. I'd like to actually add a little tiny bit of some brighter pink, brighter blue. I'm going to do these guys with a little tiny bit of blue. It's going to be hardly there. You're not going to really be able to see it, but I'll do blue. Then I think I'll do all of those. That's a different. I'm going to do this one a darker pink, and then these guys, yeah. So I went up to my cousin's yesterday with my in-laws, and we had a lovely visit. We were busy having appies, and I had some samosas, vegetarian samosas. And generally speaking, I think samosas are actually, I think they have heat in them. I guess I think of curry samosas all the time, maybe. So I might just be incorrect in my thinking. But these were not at all. They were vegetarian, and they had like a potato-y, I feel like there was potatoes and peas and carrots, and like frozen peas and carrots inside these little samosas. And but it was the sauce that actually had a lovely little kick to it. It was lovely. All right, there we go. Nice, nice. And then what I say, pink, kind of. I'd like to pretend these are like echinaceas maybe. So I have in front of me, look at me, bubble bath. Let's go with that, even though I might not have. A little bit of dark first. Do you ever color upside down? Sometimes I do. These are two of the, this is one of the colors. These are two markers that actually there seems to be very little difference between the dark and the light on this one. Most of them are just beautifully for accenting. For an immature colorer like myself, that's what I'll say. An unprofessional. I am professional. So I posted that I'm off to, and then this is dark on one of those things that I'm trying to say, echinacea. But I'm going to do it orange and see what happens from there. But who knew that I grabbed the wrong end there? So I'm off to Vegas, baby, I said, and I'm having some fun watching the people be like, yay, Vegas. Okay, I am going to bring in this darn flamingo. This is just not powy enough for me. That's better. Polished pink was one of my favorite colors. I liked that color a lot. I might have to pull out. This is very orange colored. Huh, she says. And reaches for a pumpkin pie. Actually, it works with a pumpkin pie, but I think I'm going to go a little tiny bit darker with that. And go a lot darker with bronze. Sure, that's going to make it all perfect. Nice. All right. Hang on one second, ladies. Oh, what color is this? That'd be better. Dark. You're like, it's just flour, Lori. Smart not. Okay, okay, okay. All right, and I also have the words, love this place. I'm gonna bring this in here. I'll stamp that in, actually I could stamp that in flamingo. That might be fun. Dun, 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 dun. I guess I should make flamingo one of the colors of the week. Flamenco, it sounds like, right? Flamingo, flamenco. You know what? I'm just going to do it in melon mambo, which I could have done that in melon mambo. That'd be perfect. That's what I need. I feel like there is no such thing as melon mambo anymore. Is it still a current color? I have to tell you, maybe it's my age, but I am a little confused with what's available and what's not anymore. And that not every single blend is available in every color, right? Strawberry slush would be pretty. Melon mambo is available, and I should have a stamping blend. I must have them, but I feel like, I've said this before, I feel like I was going to get them and then I didn't for some reason. But, okay, love this place. With some good. Okay, so if you hear me pounding on this right now, I have been Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 23 years. I've felt and foam. This is a felt ink pad. So we used to make a lot of noise here, I used to say, and then a little itty bitty noise over here. That's how I used to say it. Oh, I love that. And then this is going to come in here. Little. You have to go both sides though. Why? Okay, there. I'm just fighting with this. There we go. Quirky-eyed. I do feel like I need to have a shadow here, so I'm going to pull in the... I could either do my blue, which I think I will do, or crumb cake would also work here. I'm going to use the fat end. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm just going to do a chicka and hope for the best here. So I'm going to lift this up and go, oh, that's bad. That was not quite what I wanted. I don't have enough. I need a new one of these. I wanted it to be like swirly, but anyways, that'll work. That works. It still works. I also would like to have a very soft, oh, this will be lovely. I'm going to bring in, it's dark on that, so let's pull in the soft, this light sea foam. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to actually just, what am I going to do with this? I'd like to have these colored somehow or another. Maybe just up from each one. So just pull this down a little bit. Then, of course, I started looking, I was like, well, so it'll be a little bit of a shadow. Here. See what that's like. Just adds a little. Okay. Move up. Okay, that's cute. Then I'll mount that on a little something something. What set are you using? Good question. I am working on the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. I couldn't find it for the longest time. I know you find that hard to believe. But now that I found it, I'm like wildfire. Okay, so I'm going to put that onto a piece of, you know what? I actually think maybe I'll do Balmy Blue as a whole background piece and do the little dark one right there. Okay, so I said that was 3 3¼ So I make this 3½. By 4¾ And I'll mat that here. Beautiful. And then lay that onto here. Beautiful. And just like that, we're done the card. How's that? Once I get, see, this is, wouldn't it be nice if I just had, if I but had my stamp set, I'd have been done. And then we'll put some bling. I do have to find my rhinestones. I'm kind of loving rhinestones right now. That'll have to totally get glued down. Where's my glue? And I cut a little tiny bit of something there. Isn't that fun? Move that guy up. Come on. Come, cup. Come. Come, little cup. Come with me. Happy we will be. Okay. And then I'll probably pop this whole thing up. Ooh, onto a piece. Nice. Love that. And then I just need a little tiny bit of some bling bling. And I could use, oh, you know what would be really nice on here? Some butterflies actually flying around here. Oh, this is lovely. And I just put this guy away so I can bring it back out. Oopsie. Come, oi! Does he have the thing on there? Probably. I'll do another one of these guys. Oh, for goodness sakes. Crazy things are bowing all over the place. There or there. How are you guys for doing it, your accessories? Oh, that's not good. I have a tough time. Maybe I don't want him there. I totally want him there. I like him there, but not really. Yep. Okay, there it is. Dun da da da! My card. All right, there we go. Okay, thank you guys for hanging out with me and appreciate your patience with my losing my stuff. Oy, oy, oy. Sheila, thank you for hanging out. I love that. Yeah, blue on blue. How cute is that? So again, weekend adventures. And there it is. Dun, da, 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 da. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. I'm from Rocky Mountain House here in Canada. I just looked outside right now and it's going to thunder and storm out. So hopefully you have a little bit drier weekend if that is what is in your cards and you need it to be dry. Otherwise, enjoy the rain. And I'll see you again here live at 8 on Monday. It'll be great. Talk to you guys later. Bye.